Today, February 25th, 2026, and we got the new free-to-play Cowboss update that gave us this guy, Brutus. And with it came some new rewards, those being the Moove, a free-to-play offhand, which has the same strength bonus as the Steel Defender. And we also got the Bottomless Milk Bucket, which as of right now we're unsure of the max limit, but if the Bottomless Compost Bucket is anything to go by, it's probably going to be around 10,000. Now, why it goes brown when you put it in there and looks like chocolate milk, I have no idea. After this we have the cosmetics, which are the slippers, which are tradable, and at the time are currently selling for 25,000 GP, and these little guys can be changed into any of your favourite styled mookout that we have. And after this we have the pet, Beef, and my god is he a cutie with his little bow tie. Now, I've been waiting for this little guy back since they confirmed we could get a pet, and I decided to go for him on day one. My plan? Rank 1 boss and a healthy serving of beef, and well, you know how it goes. Now, Cassius, who you start the quest with, makes you drink his mystery milk that he wants to market to the people of Lumbridge, so you can both make an absolute killing. Now, he asks you to drink some before you go off to get the permits from the Duke, and you do so. And it's bad. Like, really bad. But this man's adamant that he's going to have an empire of milk, and he's pretty persistent in you being the one that's going to help him get there. Even haggling how much you're going to earn based on things, telling you you'll get 10 to 15% depending on your performance. Now, his plan to make money doing this is to figure out how the Groats are making so much money with their milk, and what their secret is, and why their animals are seemingly producing so much. So he sends you on a little scouting mission to go speak to them, basically, and just straight up ask them. Because how else are you going to find out? You make your way over to Gilly, or Jilly, probably Jilly, and you ask her. And she tells you that their animals are just happy, and a happy animal produces more. So much more, in fact, that she struggles to keep up with the produce, and is actually happy that we come along sometimes and we think we're stealing the milk, but we're actually helping her. Now, she tells us that that's all she knows, but her dad might know some secrets and might have a few tricks up his sleeve, so she tells us to go and ask him. After finding Seth and asking him for some advice, he asks if you're trying to get into the milk business, and that he's always happy to help out a budding farmer. And he recommends the Groats principles. A happy animal makes a happy farmer, never take more than you need or greed will be your downfall, and the final one, tax evasion. But only so you can spend more money on your animals, of course. You admit you've never paid any taxes in your life, to which he seems actually impressed, and tells you you're ahead of the game. You take the book from the shelf and take it back to Cassius, who tells you he doesn't believe happiness is the only thing making things go so good for them, and there must be something else. He also thinks that tax evasion is fascinating, and that he doesn't think Seth is actually smart enough to do this himself. Now, this is where you try the milk for the first time, and I mentioned before that it was bad, and it's still pretty bad. You try it and he asks you what you think, and you simply tell him it wasn't what you were expecting. He then sends you off to the Duke to get your permits to sell the milk. Upon arriving, you ask the Duke, and it turns out there's some shady stuff going on behind the scenes, and that if we want to sell the milk, we actually have to get permission from Gillies. It's definitely Gillies. You head back over to the cow pen and talk to her and ask about securing a business permit, and that the Duke sent you her way. She tells you that she's been running the milk side of the farm for a while now, and asks if you were thinking of becoming a competitor, to which you offer her a sample of the milk, to which you tell her that you don't even think that you'd be any competition at all with what you're offering. She's taken aback a little, you asking her to drink a vial of mysterious liquid, and honestly, I don't blame her. She refuses, and tells you she thinks you should drink it, and she'll judge the quality based on your reaction. After all, it is just milk. You drink the milk for a second time, and she honestly looks horrified by your reaction, asking where you even got the milk from, to which you tell her it's from Cassius, your new business partner, and you don't actually know where he gets it from. She admits you won't be any competition at all, and offers to give you the permits if you deal with an aggressive bull that she's been having issues with, that she's trapped in a pen in the corner of her field. You agree, and you head over to deal with Brutus for the first time. You head on over to the pen, you enter the fight, and well, It's a free-to-play quest boss. He has 30 health. You deal with him pretty quick. You let Jillies know, and she tells you she'll let the Duke know about you helping, and that you're good to start a milk business, which is great, if you only hadn't have just killed Cassius's other business partner, Brutus. You head back and break the bad news to Cassius that Brutus is dead, and that the Milk Empire is to be no more, and it's kinda your fault, but also kinda his fault. And with that, the quest is over, and it's time to get on with that rank 1 and to go try and get the pet. I started off using Death's Charge and Charlie Specs, and it was great when it would one-hit, but when it didn't, it was a little slow. But shortly after the first few kills in, we got the first unique, and that was the Muleta. Now, I was streaming while doing the quest and all these kills, and someone mentioned that the hard mode had been discovered, and that you had to get an abyssal potato from the scar to try it out. So I went and grabbed one. I then proceeded to accidentally eat it as soon as I got back to the pen. So back I went to grab another. Now, because I was live during this, I'll let my reaction speak for itself. Have it. Feed Brutus the potato. Brutus enters the cow's scatter. Oh, I'm gonna get fucked up. This cow's like 1,200 combat. What is happening? Oh my god. Now, I had no idea what was happening, and I immediately left, not wanting to be the first potential wipe from this guy, and just in case it was bugged. So I left that to people who knew better, and went back to farming the clogs, and that's when the bucket came. And then not long after that, at 65 KC, came the first pair of slippers too. Now, I immediately ran them to the POH thinking, maybe because they're cosmetics, they'll be in the POH and they'll be in the costume room, and sadly they weren't. Hopefully they are at some point though, because we always love a little bit of fashionscape. At this point, someone else came in, and I wanted to show them the hard mode, so I grabbed another tater, and I ran over, and this time I overstayed my welcome just a little bit. I have no idea how people found it so fast, but if you feed him the potato... Brutus enters in the cow's scatter. He looks crazy, but also... he gonna fuck me up big time. Like, he teleports you here. Oh! Oh my god. I immediately had 2 health. Yeah. I am... Holy shit. That's actually insane. But with that out of the way again, and shocked at just how much damage the cow was doing, I went back to trying to get the pet. 100% people have spent silly money on slippers, Major. You underestimate how stupid people are in this game. Okay, so that's actually kind of neat. As long as I keep getting the actual like the single spec. I got the pet. Holy shit. I got beef. Holy shit. Let's fucking go. Oh, holy shit. I got beef. Oh, that is so good. I wonder if that counts as a screenshot for bingo, to be fair, actually. Look at the little guy! He's got a fucking bow tie! Oh, that is so good. Holy shit, 100 and, like, what was that, 108 KC done? 108 KC and done. And look at that little guy. He's adorable. And with that, I had the green log done. And I had a cute little guy following me around too. Once the pet name plugin is back up and running, he's definitely got to be named Stroganoff. But for now, the rank 1. And well, we got it. Albeit briefly, but what a fun little rush that was too. But that was my experience with the cow boss on day 1, and it was a fun one. But for now, it's time to get back to some UIM bingo content. And I'll see you guys in the next one.